Hello, this is something that we offer all of our clients or our potential clients to look at this site before we start working on the site. And this is what's called a website audit. So we basically have some tools that we can audit your site and show where it's doing badly and show where it's doing well. So I'm just going to go over this and give you a high-level view of this to make this video short. So it's divided up into user experience, conversion optimization, SEO, online visibility, performance, and security. So the first step is the user experience. And it's basically, how people feel when they come to the site. Do they feel like looking at the site, or do they feel like leaving the site? Or can they see the site okay on mobile devices or on an iPad? Those kind of things right there. So that's what the user experience, some of the things. And it's broken down into a little bit more micro here. It's professional website design. We know where that is, and that's why you've come to us to help you improve that. Headlined page and copy. So one of the things also that is on the website is how the copy is set up and what are the headlines. So it makes it easy for people to read and know what they're reading without getting lost in a bunch of weeds. Branding. Branding has to do with your logo, how your logo works within the site, how the colors of the logo, how the color schemes throughout your website all work together. We notice that you do not have a logo at the moment. We did not talk about that, or you didn't ask for that, but it is something that we can offer to add to our proposal, is creating a logo that you can use on your cards, stationery, your trucks. If you have a logo already, you may have one that I'm unaware of, but you grab that and use that on the website as well. Next part is mobile friendly, and as we can see in the original part of this, that your mobile issue is pretty bad. So that's something that we definitely can help fix pretty easily. User navigation. Up here, this actually gives you a score of what your usability is. And we know that as a part of the development of a new site, that we will increase that and make that a lot available. Relevant use of images and video. We had some images, but it looks like some of the stuff is in a mode of flash or some other option that I cannot read on my Mac. And I'm sure a lot of people cannot read it on their phone or mobile. Some people may, but we want to make sure that we get everyone who comes to the site to make sure that they're able to see that. Conversion optimization. It's conversion means, as a high level thing, is when people come to the site, what do you want them to do? If they do that one thing, that's a good conversion. If they do two things, you have two conversions. The more conversion you have, the better chance that you'll get your client to do what you want them to do when they get there. Your unique selling proposition. We can go over that later on. Testimonials and reviews, we know what that is. Trust factors such as awards, affiliate certificates, case studies, guarantees, those are trust factors. Call to actions, buy, contact you, learn more. Those kind of things are called call to actions. Secondary call to actions, additional things as we mentioned before, or something else that you want people to do. Lead capture forms. If you are building a email list that you want to build up a customer list so that you can email them over time about new products that you're having, it's a way to get leads from your old clients or new clients, or keep people abreast of who you are so that they can refer you to other people or call you back for more work. Noticeable phone number, it's very good to have. Online chat functionality, that's not something I think that will work in your business model unless I'm missing something. Social media share buttons. Social media is very, very, very popular these days. And if you're not playing the game, you're getting lost in some of the things that can help you get traffic to your site. So it's very important that we have your social media buttons prevalently placed. SEO, online visibility. This has to do with two things: on-page SEO and off-page SEO. On-page SEO is everything that you do on your website presently. Your www, your Google Analytics, your sitemap, your Google My Business. Your rating of 45 out of 100. We probably can get that up to 80 to sort of make that work better. A blog, resource center. A lot of people really don't think that they need a blog, but this can be helpful to your site. It's one of the ways that you have content that's new and something that your search engines will always crawl, because it's something that you can sort of add to it, and it's actually something you can add for your search engine optimization position. It's also good to have enough page content. Some people have very little content on there, but as you can see, this logo content to be shown to rank higher in Google search results. The schema, this is something that's really technical that we do as a normal, but it's not something that you need to worry about. That's something that we always do. Keyword ranking. This is something that keyword basically means what people are searching to get to find sites like yours. It's very important that that is integrated into the site, and we know what that means. Now, that's something that we do, but we need to know what the keywords are, or you think what they are. They may not be that, but that is something that we need to put in, and once we have that in, when we have connected Google Analytics, we can see how people come to your site and what are they searching for to get there, and then we can alter those keywords to be better optimized. Accessible to search engines, of course we do that. Impact and indexing, that's something we constantly always do. Meta and title descriptions is kind of that little content that when you search in Google, sort of the title and that little body copy underneath that, that's really what this means here. Brand and page title, as you can see, this has a low impact, but it's something that we try to make sure is consistent throughout the site. Optimum page length, it's always good to have about 60 characters in the title. Keyword use in page title, this is something that's very important. As you can see, this is a high impact, and it would help in search engines. Keywords and meta description, we talked a little bit about meta description before, and the same keywords on the page that's here should be the same keywords here, and should be the same keyword here. Also in the page, we need to make sure that your keywords are in the H1 tags. There's up to 5 H tags. The H1 tag is the most important. We can talk about that more. It's always good to have a map and an address so that Google could locate that on the map on the search engines. Keywords in the alt tag, that has to do with your images, and this has something to do when people who are visually impaired go to your site, to make sure that your site is accessible to them. Performance and security, 40%, not bad, but we can probably get that up. Actually, no, you have actually 71 out of 100. That's pretty good. So browser cache and compression, HTTPS, which you don't have. This is actually, Google's going to make this a standard in a couple of years, so it's always good to get your SS certificate now when you're doing your website. It doesn't cost that much to do it. It's always good to do it. Page speed, it's always good to have that. You see that's high impact. That means that people aren't twiddling their thumbs when they come to your site and they get exactly what they need. What is going to impact your page speed is how many images you have on your site and how we can make those images load fast. This is kind of a setup of some of the things that we suggest you are doing to sort of your next step to a successful website. If you go with us, we will impart all this information onto you, and we will be working with this to sort of increase your site, your site look and performance. There is a lot more to this that we offer. We break this down into really multiple things here, and it's sort of a great way to work on a new website and get things happening. That's the end of this video.